It's not easy and it's not pretty being chosen. When you are chosen by God, you are set apart to suffer for a period in time, to go through some things that other people wouldn't make it through. They wouldn't make it through because they are not built to make it through. And this is why we have people who say that they're chosen, but then they are broken and in a state of not being in existence anymore because they put claim on a thing that they were truly not. When you're chosen, you have no choice but to keep getting back up. There are no other options. You go through to go through. You don't go through it for 5 days or 7 days for a year. You go through it for years. And in going through, people rejecting you, neglecting you, putting their foot on your neck, misusing you, overlooking you, not appreciating you. Whatever your go through is, you go through it. But it's not just people. It's intentional. It's something that God allows you to go through. And God allows you to go through it because he already know what he put in you. What he put in you, he wants to birth out of you. And in birthing that thing out of you, he wants to get the glory for it. And I know you're probably saying, that must be an arrogant God who would allow somebody to go through so much pain. But that is a beautiful, loving, caring, powerful God who put such a great investment in you that he sees the potential of how it could destroy you. So he allows you to go through the thing so that when you reach your hand out and decide to build the thing, it doesn't crush you over the success of the thing, because you know without him you would not be able to build, maintain, sustain the great thing that he gave you. Now, there are many people who are frustrated right now, and you're frustrated because you can see the thing so clear in the spirit realm. It's almost as if you could reach your hand out and just touch it. But because it's in the spirit, you can't grab it because it's in you, and you have to birth it out and build it. There are many of us who are chosen, but we're stuck from what happened in a place where there's nothing we can do to change how somebody else treated us, what they chose to do, what they were chosen to put us through. Real talk. And we are stuck in that place and complaining about how life continues to deal us a rough hand. But we have the plan and the opportunity. This is the reset and the time of restoration. And you can see that thing so clearly right before you, as if it is already built. And this is your sign to let you know you went through what you went through because you were chosen to build this nation, to build this corporation, to build this thing. It's impossible. You can't do it on your own. You know you need people. And God knows that you need people. But you don't trust people because of what happened to you. You barely trust God. And because you won't get up out of that funk, out of that place where you have settled, you complain about not having what is right in front of you. You just have to get up and build it. You are built to build it. You see it because you have the blueprint in you that you need to birth out of you to put that thing under construction and to build it, to become. It's not just about you. You are building that thing to add on to that thing, to make it a compound, make it a mall, make it whatever this expanded. but not just to stay in that place, to move it into different locations, to move it into different states and different nations. But it's stuck inside of you. Something so big, and you're wasting the pain instead of pulling out the purpose, the promises, instead of tapping in to that potential. You allow for what happened to paralyze you, to stagnate you, to hold you, and to keep you back from what God is putting right in your face and saying to you, if you build it, they will come. The help will come. The people will come. The resources will come. Everything that you need will come to the thing that you built. And you didn't just build it just for you. You built it for the kingdom. And so that those who come along after you will continue to build and expand the kingdom from the foundation of what it is that you built. You are chosen. Chosen to make it through. You made it through. You're still here. But you're also chosen to give birth to every good and perfect thing that is in you, that you are called as the chosen to live in, to drive in, to expand, to be a blessing unto other people, to build what you didn't get, the mentoring program, the help, the Boys and Girls Club, whatever it is, you are able to build that thing because it's in you. Build multi-million-dollar deals and houses and production company and record labels that are not led by demons and demonic people and what you don't want and what you've seen happen and what happened to you. You can build a whole nother version of it to make sure that it doesn't happen to somebody else. That chosen, that purpose, the thing in you that you wanted for yourself that you didn't get, you can birth it and make sure that somebody else get what you didn't get. But if you're crushed and crippled by what happened to you, it's going to lay in you. And the complaining is going to continue. And nobody and nothing is going to be helped. And you are still hurting. You are chosen. And you are built to birth what is in you. You're built for this. You're built to build it. You were called not only to the kingdom, but to live. You made it through what you went through, and you're still living. And when you birth that thing that you're called to birth, when you build it, it's going to take you into another place, in another state of living the life that you were created to live as the chosen. You had to go through what you went through. It had to be you. You had to be the one. You had to be the black sheep. You had to be rejected. You had to be neglected. You had to be left and abandoned. You had to be overlooked. You had to be creative. You had to be the one with the prophetic gifts who was weird and different and called names and things of that nature. Because the things that you built now, you saw it 20, 30 years ago. It was outlandish. Nobody would ever think that anything like that could ever exist. And now that you're building that thing, you're building what you saw already. But you're weird, prophetic, seeing in the spirit, gifted, prophetic eyes, saw years ago. You can put the blueprint together, close your eyes and see it, and build the whole thing. It was in you. You were being built to build what God put in you.